Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know, it's a natural reaction to want to jump to your own defense when you're being attacked in some way. So whether you're being lied about or slandered or accused of something, uh, or you have, narcissists who get all their flying monkeys to turn against you and the slander campaign begins. There's this like natural reaction inside of you to want to jump to your own defense and tell everybody the truth about what the situation is. But you're going to be like a salmon swimming upstream. You're going to be fighting against the current. The current has, you've got all these people coming against you, and you're one person, and it's just going to be like into a brick wall. No one is going to hear what you have to say. And even if they do, they're going to always walk away and question in their mind who's really telling the truth. So today, I want to say something very profound to you. Karma has your enemy's address. So just relax. You do not need to defend yourself. All you need is faith that the divine has your back because you did what's right. And what you don't want to do is slide down to their level. You don't want to move from your higher vibration down to the low vibration, because that's what the dark wants. The dark wants you to get in the mud with them. And so if you feel like you have to retaliate in some way, or you have to defend yourself, you're going to lose anyway, let's face it. And you're going to lower your vibration. And it's a test, really. The whole thing's a big test. It's a test of your faith. God is testing you to see, are you going to take matters into your own hands, or are you going to just trust in the divine to fight your battles for you? Because karma is a universal law. People cannot escape karma. I don't care if you believe in karma or not. You can't escape it because it's real. And the fact is that eventually, if you do, terrible things to people, do terrible things to animals, just do terrible things in general, things that are wrong, you're going to answer for it. And before I even understood what karma was, I always had this knowing in my heart that, and I used to have this saying, I used to always say when somebody was doing something wrong, I'm like, they're going to get theirs, and they're going to get theirs in this life, or they're going to get it in the next life. And I know that when you're looking out in the world today, and you're looking at, say, the political scene, and you're seeing all the horribleness that's going on and the decisions that people are making or not making, the things that people are doing and saying, and you're saying to yourself, my God, how are these people getting away with this? This is like terrible. They're not. They're not getting away with this. It might look like they're getting away with this. It might look like they're getting away with this because you haven't seen their comeuppance yet. And the fact is they may have a comeuppance in this lifetime, but if they don't have a comeuppance in this lifetime, do you want to know what gives me peace? What gives me peace is saying, oh my God, I don't want to be him, or I don't want to be her in the next life. Can you even imagine what that life is going to look like? Can you imagine? They're going to get theirs. So you don't need to go on this crusade to make sure that these people answer for their wrongdoings. You don't have to do that. Just relax. Give it up to God. God is going to see that people who did things to hurt you, they will answer for it. And, you may see it in this life, but you also might not. But they're going to answer for it. This is the whole reason why it's so important that we don't judge what we see in what's going on in other people's lives, because everybody has their own spiritual path. And sometimes the people who were born with the silver spoon, who have the easiest, best lives ever, full of abundance, full of happiness and joy and bliss, and it looks like, my God, what I wouldn't do to live that life, right? What you don't know is how horrible that previous life was, and all the pain that they had to go through, and all the suffering that they had to go through, and all the tests that they had to go through. They got rewarded in this life. Or you flip the switch and you look at the people who have been, they're just going through it, man. They just can't catch a break. People who have just had terrible, terrible, terrible things happen to them. Of course, as a human being, you want to have compassion. But here's the reality. You don't know what they did in that previous life or previous lives that they're answering for here in this life, that they have karma that they have to deal with. So just breathe. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to retaliate. You don't need to say a word to any of these people. The only thing you have to do is have firm boundaries that people cannot break through. You do not allow these people into your energy. That's how you protect yourself. That's the extent of your retaliation. Your retaliation is just doing nothing and not letting them in. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make this sound like, oh, this is just so easy. No, this is definitely not easy. This is not easy. The resistance I have had to the pain and struggle and rage and anger that I have had, the demons I've had to face in myself to hold back from retaliating, I couldn't even begin to talk about. I just kept telling myself, leave it to God, give it to God, give it to God. God will take care of this. Give it to God. Just keep doing the right thing. Do the right thing. You're better than this. Rise above this. Don't get in the mud with them. Don't lower your vibration. Stay higher in your vibration. You're better than them. You're better than this. You don't need to fight back. Give it to God. I had to keep reminding myself that because this isn't easy. This is hard to do. But if you just can remind yourself that I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says, Karma knows your enemy's address. Don't steal my idea. I'm making this t-shirt because it's a great reminder to yourself to just breathe and know that all is well and that God has got it, because it's a test. And when you pass the test, you may actually see the karma play out for these demons that have been attacking you. I've been attacked since I was like 1.5 years old. It's just, It just comes with the contract. It comes with the agreement. And now I'm out here making videos so that I can help you maybe not have to go through some of the stuff that I've been through. But just breathe and give it to God, because God's got you. I'll catch you next time.